Welcome back to Board in Ohio. Another exciting episode. This week we are discussing the first season of Heated Rivalry. Adam has finally, God, he's so slow, finished the entire season, only 6 episodes, and we can now discuss this.
You know, one day I will stick up with the relevancy of content so that we can release things more appropriate to when they're actually going on and when they're in the whole zeitgeist. Uh, but truth be told,
Yeah.
we did try to have a podcast involving Heated Rivalry once already, but that was in our early days of trying this whole streaming setup.
True.
And I believe that was the one where my audio was non-existent for the entire
Oh, is that the one where
stream,
it's just me
and it was
talking?
just you talking to yourself. So,
Beautiful.
better late than never
Yes,
is what I'll say.
I
Um,
agree.
but yes, Kara and I finally finished the show, and I think part of it, like what took us so long, is like you even yourself were like, you got to get to episode 3,
Yeah.
and then you'll start to come around to it, or like you'll start to see the vision. Um, and I think Kara was feeling that hard. Like she was like,
She,
and I get it. Like, so I think my first initial reaction was like, just it felt a bit like just watching softcore porn.
very much so.
Uh, and I was like, I don't know about this one. Mike might have steered me the wrong
I got
direction.
to be honest with you. At first, I felt like you did, and I'm like, this is just basically clickbait. This is like over the top, like you're overdoing it to make it, seem like well, people need to talk about this because it's so gratuitous at times, without showing really graphic detail. But I'm saying I don't like that. No matter if there's a reason for it, I'm all for it. All for it. It's like
Okay.
nudity. If there's a reason for the nudity, then put the nudity in there. If you're just doing it because hey, we got to fit some boobs, ass, dick, whatever in this
Mhm.
because that's what that's just the typical thing you're supposed to do. Then that just pisses me off. But go ahead.
What I want to say is, for whatever reason, the stream is it's acting like it's The Boys series finale discussion.
What?
So I don't know if it like uh copied over some stuff from that
I literally made a
stream.
new. I've had this thing. I've had this thing locked down. I've had it locked down for a bit now.
I mean, regardless,
It does
what we're
say the
doing.
boys series discussion over here at the top right. I can see this now. That is
Yes.
not what I started.
Well, anywho, what we're doing is clickbaiting people into thinking we're talking about The Boys, but really we've just catfished them to talk about, a LGBTQ positive show,
Yeah.
which some of those audiences probably don't cross over. But back to the discussion at hand.
Yeah.
Yeah, so like it felt like definitely felt like softcore porn, and like I don't even like straight softcore porn. You know what I'm
No.
saying? Like, uh, it's always weird, and like the way that at least back when I was young and like on the hunt
Yeah.
for any like source of boobs, like that's when like softcore, like it looked like the dude was like having sex with her belly button,
Yeah.
like because they would be like offset. Like this is very strange. So I've always felt that softcore porn is somewhat off-putting, even though like hardcore stuff, like you're just seeing like everything, but that at least that makes more logical sense to me.
Agreed.
But um, I think where we both were struggling, and probably where you're struggling too, is like there wasn't a lot of plot in those first 2 episodes. There was a lot of like, hey, these guys find out that they're kind of like sexually attracted to each other while they're playing hockey, and they're rivals naturally because the show is called Heated Rivalry. Uh, and they only encounter each other when they play each other, or they're like playing teams that are next to each other or whatever, and that's the only times they can hook up. So it's just like the first two episodes are just them hooking up over the course of several seasons of hockey. And you're like, okay, when are we going to get to a story?
Yeah.
But then episode 3 happens, and you find out a different player on one of the teams is also a gay man, and it actually has story. It wasn't like,
Yeah.
hey, let's hook up. uh he kind of falls for this it would be a baristo
Yeah. I'm
if you're
Oh,
a male.
I don't
Like,
know. That's a good question.
I want to say barista. If I'm wrong, somebody can correct me in the comments.
Yeah.
Um, but he kind of falls for this guy, keeps coming to the coffee shop. It's like a meet cute theme, and then it shows that build, and I was like, yeah, this feels better.
Yeah. Yeah.
And was a whole episode that was about those two characters. And from what I thought there, because I had no idea this show was only 6 episodes, I was like, oh, maybe they're going to start doing these other vignettes of more like gay men within the hockey sport, that's showing like this is more prevalent than what they're letting on, because it's like such a faux pas that they would be gay men playing hockey. But I thought they were just going to do little vignettes of other players in general,
Yeah.
at like sprinkling them in to show kind of like a contrast of like these gentlemen that they're so afraid of being caught or whatever, that they make, they have like fake lady names for each other on their phones that they text each other, and like they very secretive, this, that, and the other. But these other guys like having like a full on like relationship, which he was still afraid of being caught too, because that's what ended it for them,
Yeah. I mean,
right?
that was, yeah, during that time, it absolutely more than likely would have, tanked any of their careers, any of their sponsors, any of the, I mean, yeah, it would basically probably been over at that point, but maybe not. I don't know. I mean, you would certainly hope so. But yeah, the fear of all that at the time completely makes sense. And uh but yeah, that episode, I thought that was the best directed shot. And like you were saying, as far as a full story goes, for one episode of that series, that was, I think, by far the best one overall.
Yeah, like like, and me and Kara both like, okay, see what Michael said. Like we get it. Michael was right. Like you got to get to the third episode. But it felt like the fourth episode was a step back,
Completely
because it
agree.
was back to our main characters again just hooking up whenever they meet. Um, but I think the big twist there was by the end of it, like they're like I don't remember the Hollander. Yeah,
Yeah.
Hollander was with a woman, an actress,
Yep.
by the end of like the fourth episode, and that was like the big to do. And they saw each other at a club, and they had a little stare off. Him and is it Ilya? Is that
Yeah.
how you say it? Okay.
Yeah.
They have like the stare off, and that was creating some tension. So like the end of that, by the end of that, I was like, okay, now this is going a different route,
Yeah.
where at the end of the episode, they were both like with women. Like Ilya's like bisexual, so like that's not abnormal for him. But Hollander's with this lady. I'm like, okay, we'll see where this goes. Um, but then episode 5, actually, for me, episode 5 is when I was like, okay, this show is good.
Okay.
Um, Also, by the way, I put a message on our stuff
That
to let
this
people
is
know that they
not the
might
voice.
feel catfished, because this is in fact not a discussion about the boys.
I've got to figure out how to delete.
Actually, you know what? It's not entirely true. This is a discussion about the boys,
That's true. That's a
you know?
yeah.
So, yeah, episode 5. That's where like me and Carol like, okay, fucking finally. Like this is okay, this is where we get the hype of the show. Like, cause like this blew up, people loved it. But it's like they bring back the one guy in his barista, because like he wins like his team wins like a major championship, um, and all of his teammates have their loved ones coming up onto the ice, and then he like finds like his brain. You can see it. He's like, "Fuck it, I don't want to not share this,"
Yeah.
and he waves down his
It
barista
was a beautiful
in
thing.
this
Yeah.
big, beautiful gesture, kissing him on the ice, and then the other two are watching. They're like, "Oh fuck, we can do this."
Yeah.
And of course, Ilya calls him up. He's like, "I'm coming to the cottage." And I'm like, "Damn right you are, boy. You're going to that cottage."
Yeah. Sydney was like, Dad, she's like, you gotta make, I need to find a t-shirt that's, based on the show that says, I'm coming to the cottage. And I was like, you know what? I bet those would sell like hotcakes to, to quite a few people. Because I mean, that was the big, everyone all excited or whatever about the end of that episode. But I mean, I thought that was a very good conclusion at the end of that episode that they did that little,
Yeah.
yeah,
And I mean, that episode also had like I'm pretty sure that was the one that had the really nice moment of, uh, you know, you get further into Ilya's character and like his relationship with his family, and he's in Russia and he calls Hollander, and Hollander's like, just tell me what you're feeling in Russian. I won't understand it and you'll be able to get it off your chest.
yeah.
And like that's when he tells him like all these things, and he actually tells him he loves him. But like, of course, Hollander can't understand, but, like, that was a really beautiful scene and,
Yep.
like, actually character building and not just them, going to Pound Town. Um,
It's
so I was
true.
like, that's where, like, me and Carol, like, both got hooked on that episode. I was like, "Okay." But and then, of course, the finale, um, Hollander's parents end up finding out about the relationship, and they have this whole thing where they both go to his parents' place to explain everything.
I thought
And
they did a good job with that, by the way, building up the
yeah,
tension because I felt like his dad seemed to be like just uncomfortable from the way he acted it, right, and didn't know
yeah,
how to react to catching them. But the way they portrayed his mom, kind of, she was giving me off this vibe that she might have like a serious
problems with
issue.
it.
Yeah, and I don't even mean just by the bitchy fact that he might lose sponsors and money, and because she seems to be
Mhm.
more gung ho about just being a manager more than his mom at times. But I'm glad that the way it was done is that episode they showed that no, he does come first to her. It's not
Right,
just about money and everything else.
right, but then she did immediately go back to the money
She did.
where she was like, "Actually, this could work out for us because we could get this brand or this
Yeah, and you're
brand."
going, come
I was
on, you were
like
right there. You
I
could have
was
just
like,
let it.
lady," like, it's almost like she does that part of it to, hide her emotional side is what I'll say, like, because like, she just let the like, yeah, she let the veil drop, like, when she had that personal moment with her son, but then back in public again, she's or back with the group, she's like back to like, okay, this is what I do. So it's almost like she uses that as like a little bit of a way to something to hide behind because she doesn't want to be over like none of like it'd be like because Hollander didn't seem overly emotional either, the way he plays his character
No, yeah.
necessarily. So I think that could be what that's playing off of.
I think
But
Claire had told me, I don't know if it was something she read about, because it's based on a book series,
yeah.
or if it was mentioned in one of the episodes or they allude to it at some point, but I believe his character is a bit autistic also. And I think that's why he has
Oh,
a problem. She mentioned that to me.
well, they
Um,
don't. Okay, then maybe that might be in the. I don't recall that
yeah,
them bringing that
or
up in the show.
yeah, maybe that was, or maybe the actual actor. I forget exactly what she said. Whether I thought she was saying it was the character, and that's why he at times he seemed a little bit off on how to show how he was feeling. I guess in
Right.
some way, shape, or form.
Maybe.
But
Yeah,
maybe
I'm
it
not
was, yeah,
sure.
I can't remember. But it was something,
But
either the actual actor or the character in the books is written that way to be on the
mm,
spectrum or something. But anyway, go on.
I was gonna say, like, getting through the series or the I shouldn't say series, that's the first season in its entirety, um, makes me have a lot more, uh understanding and forgiveness for like the beginning of the season because I get what they like what they were doing. Like they were really trying to show that these guys initially they couldn't be anything more than just, Pound Town buddies, like their whole worlds would be destroyed
Yeah.
right now and like they needed this monumental gesture that happened with the other two guys to happen for them to realize like, oh, maybe we could do something. I just wish I like not wish, but I think they could have cut not really cut, but like maybe instead of like having like 2 episodes of them just like banging out, like have one of those episodes could have been like a hybrid episode where like it was half them and half the other guy
Yeah, that way it's
to
not
set up
so much of a shock
because like it's like
shock
yeah, like
factor of it all. Yeah.
right because like I was like at the end of by the end of it I'm like okay I understand what they were going for it makes sense why they did it, um, but there's a lot of people that probably would watch those first 2 episodes that might be not as, well, actually, if you're there's I'm sure there's some people that just watched the trailer and they're like, "Nope, not for me."
Yeah.
But somebody
Absolutely.
that's on the fence, I was like, "You know what? I'm gonna give it a try." Trying to open up my horizons a little bit. Those first 2 episodes, like, to get through and then get to the 3rd episode might have been more difficult for them to do that. Not to say that you just have to, make your content try to, like, get everybody involved in it, because obviously this is for like, I mean, like, really, like, I mean, I haven't watched a lot of, uh, LGBTQ, like, centered shows in my life,
I haven't watched
um,
many. Yeah, a few, but
and
yeah.
part of that's, like, when we grew up, in particular, like, that's like, 1, they didn't have great representation back then anyway, and plus that was, like, unfortunately, like, of our era, like, the in thing was to call anything that was not cool gay,
Yep.
and, like, that's something that sucks for us because now you look back like, "Eh," but every generation has that. But, um, yeah, what was I trying to say? Like, I lost my whole train of thought of what I was actually going for there. Anyway, like, I think this is, like, great, like, to see these kind of stories,
I
and
do too. Because
it's
yeah. Go ahead.
and, like, hopefully, like, people that are open-minded that might not have watched something like this before, once they see it, it's just a love
It's
story,
just a love story.
between people,
Yep.
and it's effective, and, uh, yeah, like, just because you see 2 men kiss doesn't mean your wiener's gonna twitch away that you weren't expecting to, and if it does, maybe you got some things to think about, you know?
Yeah. True.
Um, but yeah, overall, like, once getting through it, I was like, "Okay, yeah." Now, I don't think I'll reheat,
Mm,
as they say. I'm not gonna watch this season again, but I am eager to see where they go with it
yeah. I did
because
think.
they are gonna do another season, right?
Yeah. Yeah. They're supposed to. Yeah. I think they start shooting in the fall, if I remember correctly what I read. But I forget. Did you and Kara go and see that SNL episode with Rosenoff, the guy that played Rosenoff?
No.
You guys have got to see it. It
Is it
is.
good?
It is. It is. He is so damn funny. And the last skit
Okay.
that they do on it, he actually wrote that skit for himself, and
Okay.
they're like, and it's pretty damn funny.
I was looking, because I was doing some other, research.
Mm.
Um, is he it says he's an American actor. Is
He
he not?
is. He learned Russian and to speak it fluently. I think he had 3 weeks. It was something crazy like that. So he had to get a dialect coach, and he had never spoken at all, and he had to be able to speak it fluently. And I think it was something crazy like three
I'm
weeks,
I'm now gonna have to watch something, um, where he's using his normal voice then,
all through SNL.
because
That's that whole thing. He comes,
okay.
yeah,
And I'm sure, like, if there's any Russian people that catch our stream, like, they might be like, "Well, his accent was
I'm
shit."
sure
And be like, "I
something.
don't know. I live in Ohio.
Just the fact that
To
he
me,
was
it sounds
gr
like a
that
really good job.
and he didn't have from what I know, I mean, what do I know? But he didn't seem like there was any pause where it shouldn't be with what he was trying to say. It seemed very
Mhm.
fluent.
Well, I think just
And
his overall accent in general too was, like, done very well. Because like, when I like I said, when I saw that he was an American actor, like, I think, like, raised in, like, Texas or something, I was like, "What?"
yeah,
I thought he was,
completely, yeah.
a Russian actor.
And I the other some of the other actors that were in it, like his brother and whatnot, that do speak Russian, he would talk to them, and they both seemed like it was completely fluent. No, I would have screwed up so many if I was trying to say anything in a I mean, I'm still trying to learn Romanian, and that's been it's
Give me
been
well,
rough.
give me something in Romanian, like, what's a phrase you can say in Romanian? Because I know you're doing, like, what is it?
Oh,
Language?
Duolingo.
Duolingo?
Yeah.
Uh, Give me what's a phrase you can say in Romanian?
Scute este, um, scute nu este uh, un profesor.
What something about a professor.
There is not a professor. I just made up something quick. Escute is like this. Um, nu este is not, and then un professor is a the professor. I mean, I can read it way better than I can speak it, and
But what did you just say to me?
there is not a professor.
Oh, okay. I said, yeah.
I was just
I got
literally going.
professor.
I was like,
I
I'll
know
just
some
think of it.
Romanian, like, I knew exactly that you said professor.
The funny thing is, almost no other words, almost none of them. You can be. It's not like Spanish where you can be like, oh, you can just kind of pick it up. Like, oh, that just
Yeah.
they changed it. No, even their vowels don't even sound the same. Yeah. And I told you I was talking to Claire. I'm like, Sydney's learning Russian. She's been learning Russian for a while. Claire was just freshening up all of her Spanish stuff on it, and they got to the parts where I mean, they've been doing it for over a year and their stuff, and they're speaking into their phone like you have to speak sentences. I have to do
Yeah.
that now, starting. But I was like, it took over a year before it asked me to do that, and I'm like, why are you guys speaking? It's not having me speak. She goes, you're learning one of the hardest languages to learn. Period. Like
Mhm.
Chinese is the only one that's supposed to be more difficult than Romania. I'm like, why did I choose of all? She's like, right, you were because it doesn't make
Why
any
did you
because we're gonna go to
choose?
Romania and
And you just wanna be able to have a conversation with
well,
the locals,
Claire and Sydney were using that dual.
ask 'em where the nightlife is?
Well, yes. Where's your red light district?
Yes, yeah, "Where's your red light district?"
But no, we were gonna go to Romania this year, and I think we're gonna either next year or the year after. But anyway, Claire was like, "Why don't you learn that? It'd be cool. That way you can at least read where stuff is and be able to communicate some way, shape, or form." I'm like, "Yeah, all right, cool. I'll try to learn." Yeah, every day. You got to put in time every day in that app. It yells at you if you don't do it.
Cool. You know, I would think about doing that just to learn German.
Yeah,
I think that could be fun.
it is fun and entertaining, and it's odd that you do
Uh,
learn. It's weird the way that little exercises you got to do. It's
mhm,
just most of it's just like you don't. Most of it's just they give you a word. They show you a picture,
mhm,
whatever else, and they'll put a sentence or whatever, and then you just got to try to choose the
yep,
right stuff, and then repetitive, repetitive, repetitive. Like I would say, I'm never going to remember what that word is. Like never. I don't even. And then over like a month, all of a sudden you're like, oh, that means library.
yeah.
Or yeah, it's crazy.
Hmm, that's cool.
Yeah.
I might think about that. I'm gonna you're gonna hate it, but I'm gonna to send you, I just well, I like I say, like, I discovered them. Like, I came across a band, I think they're from Cambodia. Uh,
Where the
so I'm gonna have to send you
where do you?
well, they have, like, an English version their native tongue version of their album. They're called Scraping By, but, it's just a lot of, like, sounds, and they do some, like, throat singing, kinda stuff,
Oh,
and I'm
okay.
like, "You're gonna hate it because it's speed metal."
Uh,
But I just need you to I want you to experience it, um,
all right.
because I heard it and I was like, "You know me." I hear something like that, I'm like, "Ooh,
Yes,
I
exactly.
like that." Um, it kinda like well, like the band Korn, the song "Twist."
Yep.
where he's just going. "Rah, rah, 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 rah." That's kind of it's kind
It
of like
reminds
that,
you of
but the
that.
entire song with like mixed with some like that throat singing in there too.
I'm gonna hate it.
And like I think the songs like the are generally around 1 minute long because it's speed metal, like they're short songs, and there's like 20 something songs on the album. So I'm gonna need you to listen to it and give me your review.
So I have to. You're gonna tell me what is the name of this thing?
I'll send you a
All
link.
right, you
Yeah,
send me the
you
link.
don't really. I just want you to just listen to a couple songs and react to me, not for this stuff. Just a me and you thing.
Mm,
Um certainly don't listen to the entire album because then you're just gonna hate me for some reason, probably. Uh,
probably.
I'm just curious what you would have to say about it.
All right, I will. I will do this for you if I
I'll
must.
I'll even you know what I'll even I'll curate. I'll send you a couple specific songs and I'll send you like one that's like an English version.
Okay,
That's what I'll do.
do that.
We got way off topic just because I miss you
I miss you
and
too.
I feel like we tackled the subject at hand. It's nice that my audio is working this time. It is hilarious that we've catfished people. I think there was at least one other person
You know,
in the stream,
yeah. And then they're
uh,
like, "This
and
ain't
then they were like, "This ain't the boys," and they bailed.
this stupid thing is." We sat here, and I'm like, "I'm gonna set this for 10:05,"
Well, no,
and I
what's
even
funny is
thumbnail all
there
that.
was a scheduled stream that you had the right thumbnail and everything that
Yeah,
I was waiting on, and I refreshed it and it was like gone. And I went back to our channel and it said we were live with the boys season finale discussion. I was like, I don't think that's right.
I don't know why it did that. I wonder since I
The
did
funny
the
thing
yeah.
is like this is only funny. Well, I guess it would still be funny for people that watch us later, but like for people that like were trying to join the stream that like are like, oh yeah, I thought they already talked about the boys. Wait a minute, what? Who's going to Pound Town?
Butcher.
Yeah, or are they just talking about that one episode where Homelander like was in the dog's dreams and the dog was wanting to fuck him?
Or when Soldier Boy, wakes up and was asked if,
Did you fuck me?
exactly.
Is some kind of weird incest thing?
Um,
He's got a good like deep voice that doesn't feel
telling you,
like
dude,
cheesy.
Carl, I'm telling you,
He's too old.
I am
What?
telling
Like,
you,
spoiler alert. We're gonna do a fan casting for Dungeon Crawler Carl. He's all I can see, but he's too old. But the problem is like I don't know young up and coming actors that would be age appropriate to play Carl.
I don't either, and I can't think of
Okay, so
oh, oh, I did see an article or something like that, that somebody was
mhm,
talking about the fact that supposedly Chris Pratt has been trying to circle this, and I'm like,
fuck
if
no.
he I'm sorry, dude, I'm out, and I love that series. I
Right.
can't do that.
I mean, I understand where his brand would work for that, but I don't want it to be the Chris Pratt show.
Yeah,
I like Chris Pratt in certain scenarios. I wouldn't want him for this, but um, we've gotten way off topic. I will say for homework for the fan casting, I know we both want our boy,
mm,
but I think what we should do as an exercise for that also is try to pick an age appropriate actor that might be able to do it because I know like they're not. Like, he can't be Carl. We'll still both say we think he should be, but then, like, caveat, but since they can't really go at this because if the series does well, it could go on for 10 years, and by that time, he's gonna be, like, 60.
I don't care.
Um, rewrite the character, he's no longer that young. Well, that could work. That
Yeah,
could work.
yeah.
Um, anyway, I think we should probably also, like, try to figure out a younger actor. Um, that's gonna be the problem because like I don't know any. Um, there's one that I might work in my mind, but we'll see. We'll see. But I think we can end it. Like I said, Heated Rivalry, it took a minute to get into, but by the time I finished it, really enjoyed the show. Looking forward to season 2.
And did
And
Kara feel the same?
yeah,
All right,
yeah.
you can keep that
It's like, and
marriage.
if you haven't watched it yet, if you've been waiting on it, or you're not sure because you think it might awaken some feelings in you, just give it a shot.
Yeah,
Give it a
you
shot
absolutely should.
and like, it's only 6 episodes. Watch the whole
It's a
thing.
beautiful
If by
story.
the end of it you're like, it's not for me, then hey, it's not for you.
Sure,
No harm, no foul.
but you
But if
should.
by then you're like, you know what, that was a really beautiful story, then you're welcome.
Yeah, you're welcome.
As if we had anything to do with making the story.
All right.
All right.
Well, yeah, we gotta. I gotta actually sit here and talk with you at some point about all these films I've seen because I really want to complain to you at some
Maybe
point.
maybe next week. Let's do that next week.
All right, next
We'll
week
have it be
I'll do a
Michael's
bitch fest.
venting of films he's watched, and he's underwhelmed, he's enraged. Um he actually has a rage boner, and he needs to get the poison out.
Until next time. We're bored in Ohio. Talk to you soon.